Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Diamond. I lost over 65 pounds with the information that I'm sharing with you, and I'm here to help you lose weight and reclaim your health. So I had a really amazing comment on my last video, and they basically asked me to talk about how I'm able to maintain my keto, healthy lifestyle, sugar-free, starch-free lifestyle when I am in a social situation or I'm at a party or somewhere where there's a lot of food, there's a lot of sugar, everyone's eating it, and you feel left out. And how do you maintain your keto lifestyle in situations like that? So I wanted to do a full video in regards to this because I thought it was an amazing topic, and it can definitely help a lot of people out there that are looking to follow a sugar-free keto lifestyle, but they're struggling because of, maybe their family events or their friends. They don't want to feel left out, or maybe it's just really hard to resist the temptation when they're out in public with other people eating certain foods and the food is just all around you. So, how do I maintain my keto lifestyle in social situations? Number one thing that I want to say is that you have to have a very strong why. You have to have a very strong reason why you are following a keto lifestyle, why you are choosing to live a sugar-free lifestyle. It's not enough to just be doing this just to get skinny, just to lose weight, because once you do lose the weight, are you going to be able to maintain the lifestyle? Keep in mind, this is a lifestyle. This is a lifetime commitment that I'm making to myself to no longer eat sugar, no longer eat these starches, not only for my health, which is a big part of it, but also because I understand that the US food industry and, all of these food companies are purposefully putting these things in our foods to make us sick and to harm us and harm our health and keep us addicted to it. And I think a big part of why I'm able to not eat these things and not even feel tempted even when I'm in a social situation is because I have such a strong why. I've done so much research in regards to sugar. I've done so much research in regards to these starches. I understand on a deep level not only what it's doing to my body, but how they are intentionally and purposefully putting these things in our foods to harm us and to keep us fat and keep us sick, right? So a big part of that is just the research aspect. You have to have a very strong why. It's the same way how a vegetarian has a strong why as to why they're not eating meat, even if there's a bunch of meat around them. They are looking at the people eating meat and saying, wow, maybe you're not judging them for what they're eating, but you're saying, perhaps you're indoctrinated, perhaps you don't understand, on a deeper level what's going on here. And that's how I feel about people that eat a lot of sugar. And when I'm around people who eat sugar, I feel bad for them sometimes because I know they don't understand what's going on a deeper level. So basically what I'm saying is that in order to maintain this lifestyle, it has to be against your beliefs to eat sugar. It has to be against your beliefs, the same way how it's against a vegetarian's beliefs to eat meat. It's against my beliefs to eat these sugars and these starches and these unhealthy foods. So for those of you that already do have my sugar rehab course, I did talk about this. I did a whole entire lesson on how to handle social situations on keto. My sugar rehab course will not only teach you that, but it'll teach you how to actually live a sugar-free lifestyle, how I've been able to do it for the past 2 years. And exposing the US food industry, exposing all the things. And once you kind of really learn these things, you really learn like the deeper things on how they're hiding information from the public about the dangers of sugar, how they're intentionally putting starches in our food. Once you learn those things, it's really hard to go back. Do you get what I mean? It's like once your eyes are open, you can't really go back. And so that's really how I'm able to maintain my lifestyle, maintain this lifestyle is I just understand on a deeper level and I have a very strong why. Another way that I'm able to maintain a keto lifestyle is just keeping in mind that it's a lot easier to not slip up and not eat these sugars and starches than it is to go back to keto after breaking it. It's really hard to get off that sugar roller coaster that I talk about all the time. It's really hard to get off that roller coaster, but once you stay off, it's easier to stay off of it. And so once you have a little bit of the sugar, that's when that's when the cravings start to come back. That's when it starts to get really hard to maintain, you know, a sugar-free lifestyle. And so I always say, stay away from it. You know, don't even have a little bit, because once you have a little bit, you start craving more and more and more. Now, my second tip on how I'm able to maintain a keto lifestyle, especially when I'm around the sugar, around my friends, family, and things like that, is always having alternatives on deck. Always have, like, for example, I always like to carry at least a little bit of alternative sweetener, of healthy alternative sweetener with me, so that in case I want to get a coffee when I'm out, or I want to get an iced coffee or sweeten something, I can get that and I don't have to feel left out. Also, you can bring your own snacks with you. Like sometimes I bring like almonds or little snacks with me, or even my own keto sweets, my own keto desserts that I make at home, like cookies and things like that. I'll bring it with me so that I don't feel like I'm missing out on anything, or I don't feel tempted to have something that I shouldn't be eating. Another tip too is you want to make sure that you're checking out, like if you're going out to dinner or you're going places, just make sure you check the menu before and you already have decided what you're going to eat. You know, don't leave it up to chance or leave it up to, you know, whatever you're craving or whatever you're feeling like eating that day. Go and check the menu and go see, okay, what are the options here? What can I have? Typically, when you go to a restaurant, they're not going to have as many keto options, you know, healthy keto options. Usually you're going to have to stick to like a meat or a fish or a vegetable or something like that. And something, you know, simple like that, you can't really have, they don't have like extensive keto options, which I really want to change. I really wish that there were more options out there for keto individuals, people that want to follow a healthy keto lifestyle. But, you know, for now, we just have to work with what's out there. Make sure you check the menu ahead of time and decide, okay, what am I going to have? Am I going to have the steak with broccoli? Am I going to have the steak and asparagus? Am I going to have the salmon with this? Like, just ahead of time, make sure that you have your meal planned out so that you don't feel tempted to have something off plan. Now, the third tip I want to give you guys for staying on track for keto, staying on track with keto, despite being around other people that don't follow keto and maybe being in a social situation with family, friends, whatever, never let these people, never let anyone talk you out of what you're doing. Never let anyone shame you for being keto. Never let anyone convince you that you're doing too much, or it's too restrictive, or it's just too extreme. Don't let them convince you, because at the end of the day, a lot of people are indoctrinated, so they're not going to understand, and just let them not understand you. Don't let them shame you out of following something that you truly believe in. Don't let anyone let you convince you to compromise your health and your weight loss journey and your well-being and your health journey because they're judging you. Like, I never care. When I first started keto, I had people judging me and saying that, you know, I was eating cardboard or whatever. I enjoy my food, and I never felt like I was missing out on anything when I started keto. So just because other people feel like they can't do it doesn't mean that you can't do it, right? So don't let anyone sway you from what you're doing. I just really want you guys to have a strong why when it comes to what you're doing. I hope you're not just doing this only for the weight loss purposes, but also for the health, also because you understand how harmful sugar is and how it's being planted in our food. These starches are being planted in our food purposefully to keep us sick. So yeah, I really hope that video was helpful. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video.